This is a reading for you. It is not attached to a zodiac sign nor a timeline. The intention is if you come across this reading, it should benefit you in some way. That being said, if you enjoy it, like and subscribe. Let's get started. Now, I think there is a couple of things. I would definitely see this as a communication that comes in that brings a lot of happiness, particularly with the context of the rest of the reading. But I also think that you're getting a clear vision. I think that you're getting some optimism. I think that you're getting a stance in your direction. I feel like you're maybe discovering answers to certain things or finding the keys to certain things, finding solutions. And it would suggest that you're, for one, incredibly motivated. Two, I think that you are probably taking mastery over the devil's at hand, the internal struggles and so on. You could be very determined towards a goal. And I want to say it feels very self-motivating. So I feel like that in itself is going to help you grow tremendously. You're crossed with, wish fulfillment, celebration, perhaps a good harvest. This to me really kind of speaks about friends, family, social situations, or coming together in some kind of way. Particularly this card where it's they're both sort of cards of celebration and or wish fulfillment, because this is sort of a successful conclusion to a harvest or enjoying, the fruits of your labor. And this is sort of a, round of drinks prepared by this fellow who has, seen some success. It also entails knowing how to reap those harvests. Like, this is a card of understanding of how to do things. Like, you have certain formulas or ways of going about things that just work for you. And, I feel like you've really implemented some wisdom. I feel like you've maybe matured in some ways. I feel like you're taking proper steps forward to better your life. You're making changes and choices that are basically rooted in your higher good or your higher understanding. You're able to use that internal light to navigate through the dark. Even if, the death is sort of difficult or the change is challenging in some way, you're able to really sort of draw from internal resources and prevail through. And so maybe there's a communication or just something you've been moving towards, sort of calm and steady, not too many waves, not too many ripples, but trying to keep above your emotional self. You've been approaching something logically, sort of approaching things with a balanced perspective, particularly in your responsibilities or just things that need to get done or get through. My cat is just demanding to go outside. She got a taste of the outdoors and just ever since. But then it's almost like there's a sudden change. I don't know if you take a leap of faith on a relationship or if there's something sort of suddenly pulls through, or this is that communication that comes through, because all of a sudden it's like you're paired up in a harmonious way, or there's some kind of relationship that brings significant changes into your life. I don't know, I feel like you've been sort of planting seeds here and there and sort of, giving your energy to things and sort of waiting for the result. Sort of waiting for that return of energy almost. And lo and behold, in the judgment, there is movement. There's judgment, the outside of influence, that causes movement, that something is overcome. There's a challenge to get through. Or even just a communication or some kind of movement, which very much is suggested here. I gotta tell you, especially in your professional life, this could be very good, because I mean, this is, you know, we have this sort of passionate Knight of Wands, like motivated doer kind of energy. And it's surrounded with, you know, success, so celebration, admiration, all of like one's labors, you know, or even if your internal laboring has sort of brought forth better qualities of yourself or whatever. I do feel like this will be significant, I feel like. You know, this will definitely put a positive spin on the day at the very least. But, you know, I definitely feel like it's, you know, embarking upon a new adventure or like career path even. I don't know. It's very inviting. I'll tell you that. It looks good. And I do want to say you maybe have left behind certain people. You know, I don't know if you tried to get like, if someone tried to get like distract you or lead you astray or if they were just so sort of assured about something, because it almost kind of feels like a lesson taught almost. It doesn't have to be that, but you know, we'll say this. You've probably left people or things behind for your greater good. So again, if you're enjoying this, definitely do like and subscribe. Also, check out my Patreon. That is a great way to support the channel. That's where all the extended content and exclusive content goes. I do take personal readings. All that you can access in the description below. You know, in a lot of ways, I feel like you're separating yourself from, you know, past suffering or being stuck in an old way of seeing things that was causing you dilemmas or causing you pain. You know, it can be really deep rooted too. It can go back a long time. It's maybe something that you've always done or has always sort of been that isn't particularly good for you though. It has to be evolved past. And, you know, this isn't easy. It's almost like you're learning to temper yourself. You're learning to, like, move again. You're learning to live again. You're learning how to do things again. You know, let's say you've had one way of living your whole life, and then all of a sudden that has to change. And now you have to figure out what that even looks like, you know? Because I do get the impression of gathering information, maybe a bit of impatience as well. It seems like maybe you've made some choices that you're not necessarily thrilled about. And then it's like this explosive change, and it's like, now here you are. And what I want to say is a lot starts to progress from that point on. So whatever the changes are or improvements or whatever it is, it does seem to bring desired results. You could learn a lot, you could gain a lot of information or even like new business, especially with this Queen of Pentacles. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like someone's feeling some kind of salty maybe, so I wouldn't be surprised if you're... What is that about the outside? Yeah. I don't know, you got someone... I don't know if you ignored someone or what. Someone's feeling salty, though. There's a salty element in the room. But, you know, this is your movement forward towards better understanding, towards wish fulfillment, towards celebration, towards nurturing your life, you know, watching it all grow, watching it all progress. It feels like it has momentum behind it. It's, you know, it's definitely a step in the right direction. So I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go to my Patreon for the extended version. Please do feel free to join me there. Again, the link is in the description, or if you want to book a personal reading with me, that is also an option. And I hope you all have a great day.